Meeting called to order. Please stand for the salute to the flag, and Freeholders Park, will you please lead us in the salute? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Remain standing for a moment of silence. Thank you. I have before me certification from the clerk that this meeting is in compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Freeholder Beasley, absent. Freeholder Bobadilla.
Present.
Freeholder Clark.
Here.
Freeholder Gill. Present. Freeholder Johnson.
Present.
Freeholder Luciano.
Here.
Freeholder Owens, absent. Freeholder Vice President Sebo.
Here.
Freeholder President Watson.
Here. Madam Clerk, are there any transcripts to be approved?
Madam President, there are three.
No. 3? Good.
Conference meeting, December the 4th, 2013. Board meeting, December the 11th, 2013. And conference board meeting, December the 18th, 2013.
Okay. Freeholders, do you have any questions or comments? No questions, no comments. Freeholders, do I have a motion and second to approve the transcripts? Moved by Freeholder Vice President Sebo and second by Freeholder Johnson. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Freeholder Beasley, absent. Freeholder Bobadilla.
Yes.
Freeholder Clark.
Yes.
Freeholder Gill.
Yes.
Freeholder Johnson.
Yes.
Freeholder Luciano.
Yes.
Freeholder Owens, absent. Freeholder Vice President Sebo.
Yes.
Freeholder President Watson.
Yes.
So moved.
Okay, let's move to the public comment session on agenda items. If there's any member of the public who would like to comment on agenda items except resolutions 2 and 3, which have been withdrawn by the administration, please come to the microphone and state your name and affiliation for the public record. And you will have a total of 3 minutes to speak.
Thank you. Good evening, Freeholders. My name is Wanda Gilliam, and I'm a toll collector on the New Jersey Turnpike and a resident of Essex County. And I want to thank you for taking this resolution opposing the New Jersey Turnpike toll workers privatization. Our jobs are very important to my co-workers and I. We can't survive without them. We have a lot of single parents out there with children. What are we going to do? Where are we going to go? We don't need to get evicted. We need to keep our families together. So I really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
And thank you for coming before the freeholders, and thank you for your comments. We have anyone else?
Yes.
Thank
My
you.
name is Hetty Rosenstein, and I'm the New Jersey Director for the Communications Workers of America, and we're here to support Local 194 and your efforts here in Essex County to oppose the privatization of toll collection in New Jersey. We have some reports for you. You have a resolution. We also have some reports for you, which we'd be happy to provide. I'm going to leave them here. And they show how privatization of toll collection, in fact, doesn't save any money, and all it does is put 600 people out of work. We greatly appreciate your effort, and we hope you'll please pass this resolution tonight. The commission is meeting next week, and we want very much to be able to express to the Turnpike Commission the support that the workers have from Essex County freeholders. Thank you so much.
And thank you. And Gary, will you
And
please
I'm leaving these here for you.
get that for the freeholders? Do we have anyone else who would like to speak at this time? Anyone else from the public who would like to speak? And thank you for your comments and the information you're providing to the freeholders. Madam Clerk, then there's no one else wishing to speak. Let's move to the topics of discussion. I don't see nobody else.
Topic of discussion, Madam President, there are none.
Okay, Madam Clerk, let's move to the introduction of ordinance number 1. Please read it.
Introduction of ordinance number 1, bond ordinance providing for various capital improvements by the County of Essex, New Jersey, appropriating $11,750,000. Excuse me, and therefore authorizing the issuance of $11,190,000 bonds or notes of the county for financing such appropriation.
Okay, Mr. Sheller, will you please explain the ordinance? I'm sorry. Okay, Madam Clerk, let's move to the introduction of ordinance number 1. Mr. Sheller, you read it already for me. Mr. Sheller, you want to explain the ordinance?
Yes, Madam President. As you know, this administration has set a $20 million cap for capital improvements. As you know, this resolution will bring the total up to $20 million. This accounts for $11,750,000. The only piece is still yet to be brought before this board is for the Essex County College, which would be for $750,000, and that would bring our total sum amount to $20 million. This breakdown is as follows. For various park rehabilitation programs, $4,879,095. For bridges, culverts, and drainage improvements, $1,050,000. Traffic signals and sign projects, $905. For our highway rehabilitation program, $1,350,000. For our highway safety program, $570,000. Hazardous materials chemical control program, $250,000, and various county building improvements, $2,750,000.
Okay, Mr. McInerney?
Madam President, as was indicated, this is the capital budget for 2014. This afternoon, we had 2 sessions with the administration. That is, the Freeholder Board did to review the particulars of those capital ordinances. A number of them were for parks and recreation, well, predominantly parks and recreation, some for public works. I think basically the questions asked this afternoon gave the board a good indication of how these capital monies will be expended.
Okay, thank you. Freeholders, do you have any questions or comments?
Just one, Madam President.
Yes, Freeholder Clark?
Just one. Mr. McInerney, perhaps, through you, Madam President, I guess to Mr. McInerney and to the administration, it says bonds or notes, and there's a difference. Which one is it going to be? Because one is temporary financing, the other is permanent financing now. So which one are we going to do?
Initially, in any ordinance like this, you will typically go out for notes first. And then once the project is completed, those notes will accumulate with other financings, other notes, or financings from other projects. And once it gets large enough, the county will seek a bid for bonds.
For permanent financing?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll be paying on them right now, but we'll be paying interest or principal, and then we'll actually start paying down the actual debt.
Yeah, you would only be paying the interest as you need those funds during the course of construction.
Okay. All right. I just think that's important for us to know when we're making that decision, because so we understand what we're actually doing from a financial standpoint.
Absolutely. Very good. Additional questions, comments, Freeholders? Okay, no additional questions or comments from the Freeholders. Do I have a motion and a second to introduce the ordinance? Moved by Freeholder Vice President Sebo. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Freeholder Johnson. No further discussion on the motion. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Freeholder Beasley, absent Freeholder Bobadilla.
Yes.
Freeholder Clark.
Yes.
Freeholder Gill.
Yes.
Freeholder Johnson.
Yes.
Freeholder Luciano.
Yes.
Freeholder Owens, absent Freeholder Vice President Sebo.
Yes.
Freeholder President Watson.
Yes.
So moved.
Okay, Madam Clerk, let's move to, I see we have the residents that came to speak to the Freeholder Board in reference to resolution number 48. I'm going to ask if we will just go to resolution 48, and would you read that for me, Madam Clerk?
Resolution 48, resolution expressing support to stop the privatization of the New Jersey Turnpike toll operations, sponsored by Freeholder Gill, Watson, Beasley, and Owens.
Okay, Freeholder Gill, would you like to take the lead on this, please?
Thank you, Madam President.
Get your microphone.
I'll be brief. Resolution 48, as discussed, is a resolution expressing support to stop the privatization of the New Jersey Turnpike toll operations. In addition to the information that was just provided for us, I think it's important to highlight at this point in time that New Jersey has one of the highest unemployment rates in the region, clearly close to 8%. Our turnpike toll collectors have already taken a reduction of $16,000, reducing their income by 25%, and have made many other concessions to save their jobs. So at least I can speak for myself to say that I don't think what's currently being discussed is in the best interest of the working class residents of this state. And although I know there are numerous financial problems facing the state of New Jersey, I, for one, want to make sure that they are not solved on the backs of working class individuals. So with that, Madam President, thank you also for the other freeholders who agreed to sponsor this with me. And with that, I will turn the floor back to you.
Very good.
Thank you.
Freeholder Vice President Seabold.
Thank you, President Watson. I was called by a clerk to the Freeholder Board, and I was asked whether I wanted to be one of the co-sponsors of this resolution, and I said yes. However, my name is not on it. And I was told that many freeholders were going, I asked and was told that many freeholders were going to go along with it. And I said, if so, if they are all going to go along with it, perhaps it could be by acclamation.
Okay, let me just ask Freeholder Gill. I know this was a resolution that was brought to the freeholders through Freeholder Gill, and
Acclamation is
it
be, I
would
think,
be good.
I think would be great.
Okay, so at this time, Madam Clerk, please make the changes to have this resolution by acclamation, and that means all of the freeholders would be in support of it, and Freeholder Clark.
Right. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, because I was going to ask to have Freeholder Seabold's recollection is accurate, because I think the same thing happened with us. But the main thing is that the representatives here know that we are all in support of their efforts. I, for one, I've said this many times before, but I'll say it again, not just for your benefit, but certainly you are here now. I'm a CWA kid. I know you know. I'm a union baby, because my mother worked for many years for CWA and then later on for PBA. So grew up in a labor household, and Mom was a shop steward. So at the time when I was a kid, I didn't fully understand what that meant. As I got older, I understood more and more. And so certainly you have my support, you have my voice, if needed, to ensure that your rights are protected, but more importantly, not just your rights, but that your job is protected. Because if it's going to be privatized, and then your job is going to go away, somebody has to do that job. So why not you, if you're already doing it? So thank you, Madam President, and thank you, Freeholder Gill, for bringing it to us, and thank you for bringing it to the attention of the freeholders to ensure that it gets on our agenda. So God bless, and, organize, 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 stay vigilant, and stay on the wall like Nehemiah. Don't give up.
Okay, thank you. Again, Freeholder Gill, we will be voting on this evening, and, no, I'm sorry, we won't be voting on this evening. We didn't put it on for action. It's just, we'll be voting on it next week.
Next week, okay.
Okay, but I'm sure that it's the consensus of the board, listening to everyone who would like to sponsor the resolution by acclamation is a sign that it will be passed next week. So very good. Thank you for coming out this evening, lending your voice of support. With that, Madam Clerk, do I have a motion to list Resolution 48? Do I have a motion, a second motion by Freeholder Gill?
Please. Thank you.
And second by Freeholder Vice President Sebo. That's only to list it. Because we can. You can? Michael, can we vote on this tonight?
Yeah, we have a board meeting, everything's listed.
Everything is listed? Oh, okay.
Yep.
All righty. So then let's vote on it. Let's go to Resolution 48. And we have a motion and a second already, Madam Clerk?
Yes, Madam President.
So, roll call.
Freeholder Beasley, absent. Freeholder Bobadilla.
Yes.
Freeholder Clark.
Yes.
Freeholder Gill.
Yes.
Freeholder Johnson.
Yes.
Freeholder Luciano.
Yes.
Freeholder Owens, absent. Freeholder Vice President Sebo.
Yes.
Freeholder President Watson.
Yes.
So moved.
Okay. Let's move on with the agenda, Madam Clerk. And let's go back to Resolution 1. We'll take Resolution 1, we'll read it into the record at a later time. And we discussed this in detail at the last meeting. Do I have a motion and second to take Resolution 1?
I'll move it, Madam President.
Moved by Freeholder Luciana, second by Freeholder Johnson. Mr. McInerney, do you have any questions or comments on this?
No, I do not.
Resolution? None?
None.
Okay, freeholders, I have a motion and a second. No comments, freeholders? Question, comments? And we're voting on Resolution 1. No comments. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Freeholder Beasley, absent. Freeholder Bobadilla.
Yes.
Freeholder Clark.
Yes.
Freeholder Gill.
Yes.
Freeholder Johnson.
Yes.
Freeholder Luciano.
Yes.
Freeholder Owens, absent. Freeholder Vice President Sebo.
Yes.
Freeholder President Watson.
Yes.
So moved.
Okay, Resolution, Madam Clerk, Resolution 2 and 3 withdrawn by the administration. We'll go to 5, and we'll take 5, 9, and 10 together, Madam Clerk. You read it into the record at a later time. Again, these resolutions we discussed in detail at our last meeting. Freeholders, do I have a motion and second to take Resolution 5, 9, and 10 together?
Just
Freeholder
before we have,
Luciano.
I will make the motion, Madam President, but before we do, I just was wondering if Freeholder Bobadilla were you happy with your questions and your response for resolution number 9?
Yeah, regarding resolution number 9, I had given the administration some an independent study from the Urban Institute dated February 2013, where it actually compares conventional fuel vehicles to hybrid vehicles in the use for law enforcement purposes. And I did talk with the sheriff office. I did have a good discussion with them, so we are going to look forward to starting something with them this year. For the purpose of this resolution, I am going to go ahead and approve it, but it's quite clear that not only is this a environmentally friendly thing to do, but the net gains outweigh the startup costs for the purchase price of these vehicles. I mean, when you're looking at a vehicle with a lifespan of 5 years, giving you a return of your investment of savings of $21,000, I mean, that's quite significant. And there are some cities throughout the United States that are saving, in excess of over $1 million in some of their fleets. And, I just want to point out that I would like the support of this administration going forward to try and get our county to use hybrid vehicles and look into this option, because, it's no longer the hybrid vehicles of 10 years ago where the technology wasn't as advanced as it is now. Hybrid vehicles now are quite efficient, the costs are going down, and the benefits are there. So going forward, I'd like to see that. Today, I will approve this resolution.
Very good.
Thank you.
And I did read your memo, and knowing nothing about hybrid vehicles until you brought it to my attention, you hear about the battery-operated vehicles, but it's good to have some information on it, and I appreciate you sharing that information with me.
Absolutely.
Okay, did that...
I'll move that, Madam President. Yeah, I just wanted to give him a chance to put on record the memo that we received and the questions answered. Thank you.
Very good. Okay, Freeholders, then we still want to vote on 5, 9, and 10, and I have the motion from Freeholder Luciana and second by Freeholder Gill. I'm sorry, Freeholder Bobadilla. So, additional questions on 5, Freeholders? 9 that we just discussed, and also 10. No further questions, comments? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Freeholder Beasley, absent. Freeholder Bobadilla.
Yes.
Freeholder Clark.
Yes.
Freeholder Gill.
Yes.
Freeholder Johnson.
Yes.
Freeholder Luciano.
Yes.
Freeholder Owens, absent. Freeholder Vice President Sebo.
Yes.
Freeholder President Watson.
Yes.
So moved.
Okay, we'll take Resolution 11, and Madam Clerk, you'll read that into the record at a later time. Freeholders, do you have any questions, comments on Resolution 11? None? Well, then do I have a motion to take Resolution 11 at this time?
So moved.
Moved by Freeholder Bobadilla. Do I have a second? Second by Freeholder
Second.
Luciana. Discussion on 11, Freeholders? No question. Freeholder Clark?
Yes, Madam President, through you to Mr. Chilella. Mr. Chilella, did that meeting with vendors ever take place?
Through you, Madam President, I'm not sure if a meeting with vendors has taken place, but I requested the director to notify me when that does occur, and we will notify the clerk.
Mm-hmm. Okay, because it would be these vendors, correct?
Through you, Madam President, no. This is for
The
state-approved vendors that are on the state's website. This is not the traditional classroom type.
IRs?
These are for individual IRs, yes.
Okay, then I'll...
Right.
We traditionally do not have meetings with vendors on the IRs, since that is a self-select process. Clients self-select schools or training facilities. The only vendor meetings we do have is when we award for classroom-type training, GED, ESL, job search, things of that nature where...
Can I ask them, let me just ask this question so I'm clear. The names that I see listed here, the names that I did see, my computer is frozen now, but the names that I see listed are like all over the place.
That's, yeah.
So, okay, so our students are actually going to those?
Through you, Madam President, when a student is interested in this program, they're given the opportunity to view the schools online at our one-stop center. They then have an opportunity to review the school, make 2 or 3 choices, seek additional information, and then working with the counselors, they then will determine the student which school they would prefer to attend.
Right.
But there is a website where the schools have all of their information highlighted.
What about our, when I say our, what about Essex County programs? they also are able to accept or to take individual referrals as well, correct?
Through you, Madam President, as long as they're on the state-approved list, then they can be selected by a customer.
Then that's my point. Am I missing something, or do I not see Essex County folks on this list?
Through you, Madam President, I don't see the list in front of me. I know it's a computer website. It's an extensive list.
If I'm looking at the right one, we're on number 11, correct?
Yes. There must be hundreds and hundreds of schools on that. So if your list probably is not complete, it might be a sampling of a screen that shows the schools that have been approved.
Okay.
But I will make sure I get to you the website as well as if we print out
You know
those
what?
schools.
More so than that, if you just happen to know offhand, or if our shop over there at 50 South Clinton Street would happen to know if some of the Essex County programs are actually on that list.
I don't know if they know particularly about Essex County unless someone requests,
Okay.
but I will check that for you.
Thank you.
Okay. Additional comments, freeholders, Mr. McInerney?
No, this is,
Okay.
as was said, we really don't deal with these vendors. It's really a third-party relationship that the county has.
Okay, no further questions, comments, freeholders? We'll, roll call, Madam Clerk.
Freeholder Beasley, absent. Freeholder Bobadilla.
Yes.
Freeholder Clark.
Yes.
Freeholder Gill.
Yes.
Freeholder Johnson.
Yes.
Freeholder Luciano.
Yes.
Freeholder Owens, absent. Freeholder Vice President Siebel.
Yes.
Freeholder President Watson.
Yes.
So moved.
Okay, let's go to Resolution 12 through 15, Madam Clerk. We'll read into the record at a later time. And freeholders, do I have a motion and second to take Resolutions 12, 13, 14, and 15 together?
I'll move it.
Freeholder Vice President Siebel moved it. Do I have a second? Do I have a second, freeholders?
I'll second.
Second by Freeholder Bobadilla. Question, comments, freeholders on 12, 13, 14, 15, all from the Department of Parks, Recreation, and Cultural Affairs. No further question, comments, roll call, Madam Clerk?
Freehold, do I have a mover?
Yes.
Okay, I missed. Freeholder Beasley, absent. Freeholder Bobadilla.
Yes.
Freeholder Clark.
Yes.
Freeholder Gill.
Yes.
Freeholder Johnson.
Yes.
Freeholder Luciano.
Yes.
Freeholder Owens, absent. Freeholder Vice President Siebel.
Yes.
Freeholder President Watson.
Yes.
So moved.
Okay, we'll take Resolution 16, 19, and 20 together, Madam Clerk. Freeholders, do I have a motion and a second to take Resolution 16, 19, and 20 together? All from Public Works, the Division of Public Works of Engineering. Department, I'm sorry, of Public Works Engineering.
I'll move it.
Moved by Freeholder Vice President Siebel. Do I have a second?
Second, Madam
Second by Freeholder Luciano. We are taking Resolution 16, 19, 20. Freeholder question, comments on Resolution 16, 19, and 20. No further questions. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Freeholder Beasley, absent. Freeholder Bobadilla.
Yes.
Freeholder Clark.
Yes.
Freeholder Gill.
Yes.
Freeholder Johnson.
Yes.
Freeholder Luciano.
Yes.
Freeholder Owens, absent. Freeholder Vice President Siebel.
Yes.
Freeholder President Watson.
Yes.
So moved.
For the viewing audience, again, let me remind you that the resolutions we're voting on this evening, we discussed it in our meeting last week, our conference meeting, and all of the items we discussed in detail. So we will take, at this time, Madam Clerk, Resolution 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25 from the Department of Administration and Finance. Freeholders, I have a motion to take resolutions 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25 together.
I'll move it.
Moved by Freeholder Johnson. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Freeholder Gill. Okay. Question, comments, freeholders. We'll take Resolution 21. Resolution 22. Question, comments. 23. 24. 25. Freeholder Clark, your question is on Resolution 25?
No, we're on number 22.
Resolution 22, Freeholder Clark will be asking a question.
Through you, Madam President, to Mr. Chilella. I know that Dr. Furnari has her certification from Consumer Affairs through the Psych Board. But how much do we spend, because this is a 2-year contract, how much do we spend, or how much did we spend, or do we spend annually with her to do these evaluations? Because these are for people that are being hired for the Sheriff's Department, the Prosecutor's Office, and for corrections. Is that correct? She does the psych evaluations for all of those entities?
Through you, Madam President, she does, Ms. Fenari has done it for a number of years. The exact dollar amount that we spent last year, I do not have. I will provide it for the clerk tomorrow. But she does provide the psychological exams for sheriff candidates, correction officer candidates, and juvenile detention candidates.
Okay.
She also conducts the fitness of duty follow-up exams. So we anticipate over the life of this that she would do 350 exams at some form or another, and they are rated at $500 per exam.
Okay. Freeholder Clark, that,
Okay.
okay?
Okay.
That's $350 a year.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Madam, $350 a year a test, because this is a
So
this is a
this is
two-year
really a
contract.
$700,000 contract?
No, it's a $350,000
$50,000
contract, but it's broken out to roughly half per year.
Oh, okay, so
It's $175,000.
175 a year.
Yes.
If you take 350 times
Okay.
500.
All right,
you get
175 a year. Okay, and you'll let us know how much
How much we spent last year,
spent
that's correct.
last year. Is this the first time we're doing a 2-year, or do we normally do 2-year contracts with her?
I'm not certain. My memory wants to say that we've done a multi-year in the past, but I will provide that information as well for you.
Is there any benefit to doing a multi-year?
Well, just in terms of continuity of service, if you've got an officer that's out and they need to get back to report back to duty, by the time that contract is renewed, it could cause a delay in that employee coming back to work in a timely fashion, that those follow-up exams are conducted. But I will report back to the board if we've done multi-year before and the dollar value of what we spent in the year, last year.
Thank you.
Okay. Additional questions, freeholders? We're on questioning 22. We go to 23, 24, 25. No additional questions, no additional questions, freeholders? Roll call, Madam Clerk. We are taking 21 through 25 together.
Freeholder Beasley, absent Freeholder Bobadilla.
Yes.
Freeholder Clark.
Yes.
Freeholder Gill.
Yes.
Freeholder Johnson.
Yes.
Freeholder Luciano.
Yes.
Freeholder Owens, absent Freeholder Vice President Sebo. Yes. President Watson.
Yes.
So moved.
Okay, Madam Clerk, we go to resolutions, commendations. We'll take resolution 26 through 47 at this time. All commendations, resolution commendations. Do I have a mover and second, freeholders?
I'll move it.
Moved by Freeholder Vice President Sebo. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Freeholder Johnson. Do we have any comments on any of the resolutions with commendations at this time? If not, roll call, Madam Clerk.
Freeholder Beasley, absent Freeholder Bobadilla.
Yes.
Freeholder Clark.
Yes.
Freeholder Gill?
Yes.
Freeholder Johnson?
Yes.
Freeholder Luciano?
Yes.
Freeholder Owens, absent. Freeholder Vice President Seabold?
Yes.
Freeholder President Watson?
Yes.
So moved.
Okay, we've taken care of 48, Madam Clerk, so let's move to Resolution 49. We're going to take resolution, this is the freeholders' resolution from 49 through 70. 70? Okay, we're creating our committees for the year. Do I have a mover, freeholders, and second to take resolution 49 through 60, 70?
I'll move it.
Moved by Freeholder Vice President Seabold. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Freeholder Bobadilla. And if you recall at our last meeting, I did ask the freeholders if you wanted to change the committee that you're on, or that were previously on, you would let the clerk know, or let me know, and we would have made those changes. If not, we only made one change, and that was with the deer population. We changed that committee. Other than that, everybody will be staying on the same committees. Okay, roll call, Madam Clerk.
Freeholder Beasley? Absent. Freeholder Bobadilla?
Yes.
Freeholder Clark?
Yes.
Freeholder Gill?
Yes.
Freeholder Johnson?
Yes.
Freeholder Luciano?
Yes.
Freeholder Vice President Seabold?
Yes.
Freeholder Owens, absent. Freeholder President Watson?
Yes.
So moved.
Okay, Madam Clerk, do we have any added starter resolutions or ordinances?
Madam President, we have none.
Okay, we'll go to report of board committees. No reports, freeholders, from any of the boards, committees. Legislative reports. No reports. Written communications, freeholders. Unfinished business. And new business. Okay, we, at this time, we'll ask if we have anyone from the public who would like to comment or speak to the board at this time. Please come to the microphone, state your name and affiliation, and you have 3 minutes to speak. Madam Clerk, let the record show that there's no one from the public wishing to speak at this time. We're going to freeholder comment session. Freeholders, any comments you'd like to make at this time? Just let me ask the administration, do you have anything you would like to, comments you'd like to make at this time?
No, Madam President, just that we look forward to Saturday's first budget work session.
Very good. Thank you. Do we have any other comments, freeholders? I see Luciana sitting over there, kind of smiling. Why are you smiling about the budget hearing meetings?
No, just,
You just ready for them?
yep. and I
Are you
wanna-
ready? Definitely ready for that budget hearing, right?
I'm ready for the budget hearing, but most importantly, I wanted to put on the record, I don't know if it's official yet, but I'm now the chair again of the Deer Committee. As
It is official.
As official as of last week. And one of the comments that I was holding to the end was that the county deer management plan starts to go in effect tomorrow. So I don't know if many people at home will be hearing this in time, but for the next, how many weeks, Ralph, will we be
I
hunting?
believe they're on Tuesdays and Thursdays in the afternoon, so after tomorrow, there'll be 7 more.
And as always, the county administration does a good job of keeping the reservation safe and doing an effective job. That's all, Madam President.
Very good. Freeholder Vice President
Thank
Seabold.
you. I was at the press conference when they discussed the whole deer management program. And if I could ask Mr. Chiella, I believe a number of postcards were sent to residents in Essex County, and the number was very great. Do you remember?
Through Madam President, I don't remember the numbers, but they were mailed to all of the municipalities that the Deer Manager Program affects.
There were thousands of postcards that were mailed to all the residents. Thank you.
Okay. Freeholder Clark.
I just want to know if anyone has sent an alert out to Bambi to tell them to steer clear and duck.
He sent emails.
You know, I'm trying to put an oil alert out to Bambi. Steer clear and duck. Tuesdays and Thursdays, Mr. Chilella, you said? Okay, Bambi, be advised, Tuesdays and Thursdays.
You have any other comments? Freeholder Gill.
Thank you, Madam President. I did want to thank my colleague, Freeholder Luciano, for assuming the leadership of the DEER Committee. It was my distinct honor to have, which he handed to me, to lead it for the last 2 years. And I'm glad he's picked up the mantle. So thank you, Freeholder Luciano, for doing that. And in all seriousness, it's a in the committee meetings that we had, it was definitely a great experience to lead that committee. It's still an issue, which I know it's very difficult to keep everyone happy, and it's not an easy task, but I did want to commend just the administration for the time that I was leading the committee, for participating in the hearings and working closely with me to do the best that we could for the residents and for the DEER Freeholder Park. So thank you.
Very good. And freeholders, now you have your task, your committees now, that you can start preparing your meetings. If you feel there's a need for the meetings, just let the clerk know when you would like to schedule a meeting for your committee, and we will comply with your request. Okay, we have the freeholder questions and public comment session. And it appeared, from what I'm looking at it, Madam Clerk, only the freeholders had questions at the last meeting, and under the public comment session. And, oh no, we had one from one resident. Yes. But all of the questions that the freeholders, all the questions from Freeholder Clark, Bobadilla, even Mr. McInerney, Vice President Patricia Sebo, Freeholder Clark Rufus, Freeholder Rufus Johnson, the budget consultant, Mr. McInerney, all of your questions, we sent the memos sent to the administration 121, and you received the response on 122. And from Carmen Rev, I think I'm pronounced, how do we pronounce that name? Cigarillo. He expressed a strong belief that tennis courts and lessons in county parks should be free of charge for young people, and offered to organize volunteers to provide free tennis lessons, especially within the city of Newark. And the memo was sent to the administration on the 21st. A response went out to Mr. Chicarillo on the 22nd, and the letter was sent out on the 22nd. Ms. Arlene Ramson of House 581, 72 Renner Avenue, spoke about the violence and the closing of schools in the community and asked how the county can assist her in her programs to increase self-awareness, self-enlightenment, and self-empowerment in young people. The information about her program will be forwarded to the administration upon receipt from Ms. Ransom. So the memo was sent to the administration 121, but we did not receive the information from Mr. Ramson, from Ms. Ramson, to respond. So, Madam Clerk, if we receive the information, we would then forward it to the administration. That ends all of our freeholder comments, questions, public comments at this time. I think we're ready for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Yes, we are. Moved by Freeholder Vice President Sebo. Do I have a second?
Second.